So today's Friday. Of course, we have new content, and then will be the show 25 Diamond Dynasty. We have our first roster update with 8 new diamonds. I made a decent amount of stubs. Could have done a little better, but I still did pretty well. But overall, across the board, 8 diamonds is crazy. There's new content. There's a new Ellie De La Cruz program. There's a new Diamond Quest. The Spotlight got moved to Tuesday, so it's going to come out with the Lightning cards on Tuesday. But regardless, still have that Diamond Quest. Got new storylines. Really, really, really good cards in packs today, too. So let's get into it all. And of course, we always look at the calendar. So everything that came out today, I already mentioned. This Tuesday, we have the final April Spotlight drop. So like I said, they did not drop it today. They're dropping it on Tuesday with the April Lightning and the April Retro Lightning. We have the second weekend classic a week from today on the 9th. We have the third inning XP Path on the 9th, and we also have the first May Spotlight drop on the 9th. So we have 3 new Negro Leagues storylines. These are the last 3 of the year. Let's take a look at the first one, James Biz Mackey. And now looking on paper offensively, he's not good at all, but he still provides you a lot of value because he's a catcher primary with great defense and can play literally all 8 positions on the field besides pitcher. Like that brings value to a card. No matter how bad he is offensively, he has a ton of value defensively. We have William Judy Johnson, 91-95 contact with 95 clutch. Power is low, but everything else is pretty solid. Got good speed, third, first, second, and short, so he can play the entire infield. And then we have Monty Irvin. This is a guy who's been in MLB The Show in the past. All across the board, in the 70s offensively. Defensively, not amazing either. Okay speed, can play left, first, short, and right. But the thing to note about these new Negro League storylines is if we go back into Diamond Dynasty, we go to collections, and we go to the John Donaldson Negro Leagues collection, you can now get John Donaldson without getting Josh Gibson, Satchel Paige, and Martin Dihigo, who is a World Series reward. So, just get it done, get all this offline content done, and you get this great 90 John Donaldson that's been in the game for a while. Now, for the new Diamond Quest, it is the May Flowers Diamond Quest. We have 2 rewards. We have a Josh Young and I don't think I can view them from here. We have a Josh Young and an Adam Ottavino. Obviously, nobody has them yet, but they're cards on the market, so we could just go search for them on the market. There's a little sneak peek at some of those cards and packs, which are really good. Or not the Red Sox. If we go to the Yankees, the better team, we have Adam Ottavino, a relief pitcher, sweeper, sinker, cutter, 4-seam, great pitch mix, great per nines, 111, 109 with 125 clutch. Can't get any better than that. His control is really good on the sweeper and the sinker, not on the cutter and the 4-seam, and the break is really good for the top 3 pitches. This is a great card. He has great speed differentials too on his pitches. Throws hard enough. You'd like it to be a little higher in velocity, but he throws hard enough. This is a great free reliever, and it'll help you with that standout voucher for the Scott Rowland. And then we also had the Josh Young from the Rangers. Let's go to the Rangers real quick. This card is also pretty good. Insane against lefties, 112, 121 versus lefties with 92 clutch. So it hurts him versus lefties, but it helps him a lot versus righties. And he meets the 80 power threshold with 81 power versus righties, and he's good defensively. Now moving to the programs tab, we, yet again, like I said, we don't have the new Spotlight, but we do have a new Ellie De La Cruz takeover program. This card is a little underwhelming, I'm not going to lie. He's barely better than his Life Series card. Even with the Inside Edge boost, I think he could be better than this card. But, I mean, if you don't have Ellie, his Life Series card, you can just get this Ellie. It's a free card. Just get it done. It's free. It barely takes any time. You just do moments for 20 points, and then you need 24 more points throughout missions or online Ellie moment, or online missions with Ellie. Now moving to the store, we have some sick new cards in the store, starting with the new headliner, Jonathan Loaizaga, aka Johnny Lasagna from my Yankees. Boy, did I love Johnny Lasagna in 2021. He was phenomenal that year. Really hope he's going to come back and be healthy soon for the Yankees, and he can be as efficient as he was in this year. But regardless, his cards are always amazing. He had a finest this year that was just awesome. Sinker, slurve, circle change, 4-seam slider. Throws super hard. Has outlier on the sinker. 100 hits per 9. 84 Ks per 9 is a little low for a 90 overall, but it's whatever. 100 walks per nine. Now the actual walks per nine stat doesn't mean anything. It's really the control numbers, which are pretty good. You know, the sinker is maxed out, slur circle change is good, and the break is really good on the slurve too. This card is great. He is awesome. He has a great pitch mix, great speed differentials, great velocity, besides like slurve and circle change. This is a great reliever card, and he's going for a lot on the market. Now we have a new chase card, and it is this Yordan Alvarez 2022 All-Star. 95, 100 contact, 109, 90 power, 100 clutch. This is one of the best offensive cards in the game. Obviously not bringing you much on the defensive side, so you're probably going to have to throw him at the DH spot, or maybe he can survive in left. But he is just so good offensively, and he is expensive. I know that he already has a live series card that's a little similar to this card, but this is still a great card in my opinion. And lastly, we finally got the first roster update of the year. Let's go into it. I'm not going to go over literally everybody because it would take forever, but I'm going to go over a lot of the key players, starting with Aaron Judge. I wish we could just click on the player card right here, but regardless, Aaron Judge got some insane upgrades as he deserves. He's having a season that's better than Barry Bonds. It's statistically true, and he's continued to be upgraded. He's tied with Tatis now at 92 for the highest overall live series card in the game. Tatis got a +4. Upgrades against righties, vision, discipline, clutch, speed as well. Shohei Ohtani, I wish I could just click on. I think he got changes to either hitting or something. Bobby Witt got upgrades to contact but decreases the power. He is my starting shortstop. I'd prefer the old Bobby Witt, but he's still very good. Jose Ramirez got some changes across the board. Mason Miller has gone up 3 points now to an 89. Francisco Lindor up 1 to an 89. Soto got downgraded across the board, really, except for contact left and vision, which, he kind of deserves it, kind of off to a slower start. He's still doing pretty well. If we move on to the next page, this is when we're going to start to see some new diamonds, or actually the next page after this. Paul Skeens got a +2 to an 88. Scooble got a +1. Logan Gilbert's up to an 87. Freddie Freeman's up to an 87. Tucker only went up 1. People were thinking he was going to go to the 90 range. I didn't think he was going to go to the 90 range, but only up 1 to an 87 is a little interesting. Pete Crow Armstrong is the first of 8 new diamonds. He was in my video. I never got in on Pete Crow Armstrong, which was pretty unfortunate, but yeah, he went diamond. This was a good candidate. Good looks for those who got him. Out of the 8 diamonds, I had 3. Now, I kind of screwed myself because I was out of stubs after the Scott Rowland collection, and I couldn't really invest in more guys. If I did, I would have invested in this guy for sure and some other guys, but I still did pretty well for the 3 guys that I'm going to be, making a lot of stubs off, which we'll get to. Will Smith got a +1. Stephen Kwan ended up getting the power boost that he needed to go diamond. It was my concern, and they gave it to him. So he goes diamond. He went to an 86 too, so good for him. We have Corbin Carroll. He is the first guy that I invested in this game, and I said he was going to go diamond. I knew he was going to go above an 85 too. 86, right there. Great upgrades versus righties and clutch. Wyatt Langford went up to an 86, just upgrades across the board. Jacob deGrom snuck into diamond out of nowhere. I don't know if that many people invested in him. He wasn't really on my radar, but he made it. If we move down a little, Yamamoto made diamond. I'm really happy he made diamond. He was really going to make or break my investments, because I knew that I knew Corbin Carroll was a lock, and I knew Crochet was going to be fine after his start on Tuesday. Yamamoto was really the difference maker, and he made it to diamond. Got a +3. We moved down a little more. Garrett Crochet, like I just mentioned, another new diamond. He was the third of 3 guys that I invested in that went diamond, and there are other guys who I did that went up. They just haven't made diamond yet. Pete Alonso, I am really shocked that he went diamond. They gave him a huge contact boost, and that was my worry with him, was his defense was so bad. Was he going to get enough contact? They gave it to him, so good for him. Moving down, those are all the new diamonds. We have some notable upgrades, though. Josh Hader +3 to an 84. Logan Webb, if he didn't have that bad start on Tuesday, I think he would have made diamond. Still got a +1, still a great future diamond candidate. Bregman got a +3 to an 84. Let's keep going. Jeff Hoffman went up to an 84. Joe Ryan up to an 84. There are so many guys that were right on the cusp and are now at an 84, and this is now is the time to invest in these guys when they're dirt cheap after the roster update. More 84s: Joe Ryan, Teoscar Hernandez, Cal Raleigh, Yimi Garcia, Hunter Green. I had Hunter Green. He almost went all the way up to diamond. If we keep going, it's lagging a little. Moving down to 83s, Bryce Terang got a +3. Pablo Lopez went up a little. Jose Altuve is no longer diamond. Love to see that. Tommy Edman got a +4 to an 83. Same with Munoz. He's up to an 83. Let's just go down and check out some new golds. One being Cedric Mullins +4. Jesus. Hunter Brown +6 to an 82. He's been lights out. Let's take a look at some more golds. Max Fried only went up to an 82. I had a lot of him, but if he keeps pitching the way he is, he's going to go diamond. Drew Rasmussen got a +4 to gold. I want to see all the new golds too, and then we'll head out of here. Nick Pivetta went up to an 82. Nathan Eovaldi went up to an 82. He's a new gold. Same with Jeremy Pena. He's new gold. Willie Abreu is also a gold. Danny Colombe, new gold. Luke Weaver, gold. That was pretty obvious. Kyle Schwarber went up to a gold, so this is cool. Carlos Rodon, he's been amazing so far this year. He had a tough start, but he's been amazing ever since. A well-deserved +5. Sean Murphy, another new gold. Same with Chris Martin. Same with Jason Adam. Same with Brendan Donovan. Same with Nick Lodolo, MLB The Show 20 legend. Lucas Urseg is up to a gold now. Zach Eflin as well. And let's see if there's anyone else. Spencer Schwellenbach, Aroldis Chapman, Logan O'Hoppe, and Hunter Gaddis. Anyone else? Jung Ho Lee, Kodai Senga, and that's it for the new golds. Now, let's quick sell these guys who I had investments in, and let's make those stubs. Starting off with Corbin Carroll, I had 50 of them. Boom, that is 187,500. Give me that. Let's move on to Yoshinobu Yamamoto. Very happy he went diamond. 53, or actually 52, for 156,000 stubs. Boom, we made our stubs there. Now let's go to Garrett Crochet. 52 more for 156,000 stubs. Boom. So we only had 3 guys go diamond, but we still made a lot of stubs. We made 500K. So yeah, that's going to be it for this video. If you guys are new here, follow me on all my social medias, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. But most importantly, make sure you subscribe right here on YouTube. So yeah, see you guys in the next one. Peace.